Right, welcome ladies and gents. Disney, Snow White, total controversy. If there was ever a movie that absolutely should be cancelled, it's that film. And I mean that sincerely, because the entire direction the film's gone in with the PR surrounding it, not great. Not great. There was rumours of it being cancelled. Those rumours have now spun out into this movie being delayed, heavily delayed. And it'd be interesting because this movie's basically in the can. It is essentially in the can. They've done sort of promo shots instead now. They're ready to go from what we can see. But, you know, Rachel Zegler, the nonsense that this woman spews is outrageous. It doesn't inspire confidence in the direction that the film's going in. Gal Gadot as well, she's heavily to blame for this, equally so. You know, oh, they don't need no man, it's not a love story, fair, just and true. You know, she's going to be a leader, fearless, strong leader. And it's like, no one wants this. This is not Snow White. It's actually not Snow White stories anymore. You know, they're just co-opting the Snow White name. So, I mean that sincerely. If there was ever a movie that should be cancelled, it is that film. And it may be cancelled, but currently the rumour is that it is being delayed heavily from pretty reliable inside sources at Hollywood. So let's check this out, ladies and gents. Hope you're all well. Hope you're having a great day. Let's take a look. So, Disney's divisive Snow White remake hasn't been cancelled, although again, this is not clear cut, guys. It's not clear cut, but it may end up being delayed. Now, I can absolutely believe that, and FYI, like Rachel Zegler, she was one of the people that basically got Gina Carano fired. She's a nasty piece of work. She's not a nice person by any stretch of the imagination. Nah, not nice. Not a nice individual. So let's take a look, right? If you use social media, there's a good chance you've recently seen claims that Disney's live-action version of Snow White has been scrapped. Which is true. It is circulating around for a reason. Why is it circulating around? Because it probably should be cancelled. And it would make no sense for it not to be cancelled. Disney needs to do a Warner Brothers and Batgirl this lump of shit. Just chuck it in the bin. Chuck it in the bin. Just get your money back. Scrap it. Get your money back. Or at least on tax. So unrelated comments from lead star Rachel Zegler have been manipulated to create more ill feeling towards the movie, and a misinformation campaign appears to be a part of that. Now that's actually not strictly true. I'm sure there is like a little bit here and there, but the only thing I recall being changed, and actually just taken out of context, which has been corrected, most people corrected themselves, was the video where she was crying, which coincidentally was because she went on a hate campaign towards someone else. Towards Hawkeye star Jeremy Renner. And so she got backlash after that. And then she videoed herself crying like a bitch. And people were like, what are you doing? So that's resurfaced and people are claiming that's to do with this. But the thing is, this woman has a history of making these same mistakes. She's not learning her lesson. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So, parody site Mousetrap News posted a story claiming that the studio had pulled the plug on the controversial remake. And this is the one. Disney officially cancels the live-action Snow White movie. When you think of Disney, who do you think of is their core consumer? Some might say the Disney adults that wear Disney shirts all the time and it becomes their entire personality. However, others recognise that it's actually families with kids, typically in the 6 to 14 range. In fact, Disney knows this is their core consumer, but continues to spit in their face. Luckily, they're taking a step in the right direction by cancelling the new live-action Snow White movie. So, I mean, they're pretty, down the line that it's cancelled. Does Disney like to lose money? It seems like they do, based on their continuing trend of insulting their core consumers. We are seeing this with drag days at Disney World. Men can now be Disney princesses. And, of course, forcing all guests to wear pronoun pins. I did not know they did that. If that's what they do, that's a joke. So this is saying it's cancelled basically. Hey, it's unconfirmed. This doesn't seem to be a massive level of parody though, to be fair, does it? I mean, this isn't a parody. This is pretty straight down the line as a website. But anyway, they posted this saying it was cancelled. Although people are like, unaware it was meant in jest. Thousands of people have flocked to X and TikTok to declare victory in their war against Snow White. The thing is, it's not a war on Snow White, but it's a war on tradition, morals, good messaging. Love is not a bad message to push out there into the world at all. And this Rachel Zegler's throwing it around as if it's something dirty to be ashamed of. It's a joke. So the people, you know, saying, oh, we're happy that it's cancelled. It's not that they're happy that Snow White is cancelled. It's that they're happy that this abomination version of Snow White is cancelled, because it's not Snow White. It's not. It's fundamentally, it's just using the name. Absolutely just using the name. So, what's going on? So, what's happening? Loads of backlash. Hundreds of millions of dollars on it as well. They're probably going to lose significant sums of money, especially if you've got The Little Mermaid is anything to go by. Former Hollywood Reporter editor Matt Belloni has a Puck newsletter. This is a chap that had inside sources, is very reliable actually, and someone that left the mainstream media sort of remit, Hollywood Reporter, to go start his own thing because he was sick of not being able to do these kind of scoops. You know, he has all these scoops, can't bloody reveal them. What's the point of that? It's not journalism. You're just repeating what the studios want you to say at that point. That's not news, that's not journalism, it's not scoops, that's pathetic. That's parroting. But anyway, he suggests that the movie, currently scheduled for March 22nd, 2024, will almost certainly move off that date, and I can absolutely agree. So, Belloni apparently expects a lot of changes to Disney's 2024 slate as a result of the ongoing WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes, and if Deadpool 3 moves from its current May 3rd, 2024 slot, that could be where Snow White ultimately lands. So it's not a massive delay, it's a delay from March to May, potentially. Given the recent negative reaction to this latest take on the iconic fairy tale, there could be reshoots. I actually don't think there will be reshoots, and the reason why I don't think there will be reshoots is because it's going to cost too much money. Way too much money. So either way, recent news, June Part 2 shifted from November to March. Could also be a major contributing factor. However, Disney may have misjudged their approach to this property when it came to modernising the story. This is the thing, right? And they're like, while there are problematic elements, there's nothing problematic, actually, at all. What the fuck is problematic about the Snow White? If you're going to tell me the dwarfs, shut up, because the dwarfs, actual dwarfs in the real world, don't care. They're annoyed that they've been bullied out of a job. There's nothing problematic about Snow White. It was the first feature-length Disney animation. It's what made Disney. And they're like, yeah, we'll modernise that. Why would you do that? It's what made your company. So bizarre. So yeah, did they misjudge it? Yeah, hell yeah, they did. Massively, they did. But it's interesting. The screenplay was actually written by Greta Gerwig, who did Barbie. So that is interesting. So it is being released still, but we don't know when, and it will be delayed. I still think that this could get cancelled. I think that'd actually be a prudent approach from Disney. They're not known for their prudency, but who knows. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. Honestly, if I were you, Disney, just shit can this thing.